feel rude, but if you're, do you need anything before we begin?
Why you gotta be so rude?
I was born this way.
All right. This is it,
No,
Jerod.
you good?
Yeah, I can survive.
Are you, like Reba McEntire, a survivor?
So far, yeah.
I'm going to do a little pro-con for us right now and say one thing I find we're generally pretty good about, which just means you're generally pretty good about, is recapping the minute that we're discussing that week.
Jerod, thank you. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. However, one of the things that I don't think we're great about is setting up the context of what has come before. We often talk about previous minutes, but it usually gets fleshed out in the meat of the episode as opposed to in our recap section.
Are you suggesting that we recap the first 75 minutes before we talk about what happens in the... Well, we're on 77 now?
It's like a clip show.
Previously on Home Alone.
I think something like what you naturally do, just leaning further into it, which is how we're finding these characters, right? Because at the beginning of this minute, we find Kevin at the dinner table, post ding dong. But what occurred leading up to that ding dong?
Well, he was thanking the Lord for his macaroni and cheese and the people who sold it on sale. And we had some wet bandits approaching the house for robbing purposes.
You know what I'm realizing? Two things. One is I think I'm just insulting the intelligence of our audience and should not be over-explaining everything. The second thing is the previously on bit. I don't know that I actually wanted a recap of Home Alone so much as I wanted a recap of how funny you were in a previous episode. So I think we're good to continue as is.
Guys, if you're new to the podcast, there's 76 more of these bad boys waiting for you. Jerod, are they behind a paywall? Do they have to subscribe at whatever our website is?
No, they do not. This is a service to the community.
That's how I see it, too.
And thanks to the generous support from our sponsors, we're able to keep this podcast free with no paywalls, no subscriptions.
That's right, Jerod. And for just $23 a month, you too can get Prodigy Online. You can play Othello with your next door neighbor without having to walk over to his house. Join Star Trek chat rooms, find recipes, play trivia. Prodigy Online, only $49 a month. Use offer code Don't Get Scared Now for 10% off. Sorry, Jerod, you were saying? What? Oh,
that's AOL keyword Prodigy.
I forgot about AOL keywords.
Yeah, don't tell me that you couldn't change the paradigm of Googling something. Search will change.
It has before. We used to not have it at all. And then it got really good. And now it's back to being pretty good.
Yeah, it vacillates between okay and pretty good.
Depending on what you're looking for.
If I were looking for a summary of the 77th minute of Home Alone, what should I search for?
You should search Home Alone, minute 77 summary PDF.
The search term PDF, or should I put file type PDF?
No one has time for file type : That doesn't help. Get out of here.
Okay.
All right. Now that he's gone, here's what goes down in minute 77. I say to no one. Kevin blows out some candles. The clock's striking 9. He gets up. He literally gets himself strapped. He's got a rifle. The wet bandits come to the back door. They've decided to play this moment for laughs, and they insist that it's Santa Claus and his elf, and they've got presents, and that Kevin shoots him in the nuts.
Hey, I'm coming back. I just found this PDF.
Oh, he's back, guys. Hold on.
I assume all of our listeners got a similar summary to what I just got in this PDF. So I think we're all on the same page.
Okay. I got to say, to finish the summary and not be complimented on what a great summary it was, is unfamiliar and hurtful. Jerod, my belittling you has caused me harm, and therefore I feel bad about it.
That is one of the techniques that I have picked up watching several sociopaths on YouTube Shorts.
Yes, I am sorry that your pain has happened to me.
Yes.
I regret that it has brought me consequences.
Let us continue to make those neural pathways.
I commit to change, if only to not repeat the discomfort I'm feeling now.
How comfortable did you feel during the 4 chimes while the camera zoomed in on the clock?
Yeah, were you counting them too?
Anytime it chimes some sort of time in a film, I'm counting.
Yeah.
I think we discussed this at the church an hour ago.
We got the right number of chimes over there. Do we get 9 chimes here?
We do.
These guys know what they're doing.
Details.
They matter.
Who'da thunk it?
What time is it? I don't know. Read the clock. Oh, can't read an analog clock because it's 2025? Count them up, baby.
I do appreciate that no one says, oh, it's 9 o'clock. Because that would be too much.
It would be 9 o'clock too far.
Yes.
It does frustrate me since we're on the tail end of the dinner now. He doesn't even get a bite.
Not one.
I can't help but think like the whole time he's thwarting the wet bandits that there's just a bowl of macaroni and cheese getting cold on the table.
This is where I also can't relate, because how do you not take
you grab a bite? Yeah.
Like you're chewing that and saying, don't get scared now.
You've still got it in your hand, right? Like, we've got kids. We know what it means to like just try to get one thing done while you're shoveling a bowl of macaroni and cheese into your mouth with the other. And you actually like accidentally like stick your kid's diaper with a fork because you're just kind of doing too many things at the same time.
And maybe this speaks to his age, maturity, experience, that if he leaves a plate, one of a few things could happen. One, it gets tidied away by a mother and put in the fridge for later. And then whenever he goes, I'm hungry, it gets rewarmed and served to him again. Or potentially he thinks that all of those booby traps are a just in case, and that what he's doing here at the door will only take a little while.
Oh.
And then he will return to his macaroni.
Let me shoot these guys with a BB gun and maybe they'll just go away. Which honestly, it's a pretty realistic expectation.
It is.
Most burglars at the first sign of gunfire are backing off, picking a different target. So it does speak to Harry's persistence that he must score the silver tuna.
Spite is a hell of a drug.
Yeah. Usually when you get shot at, even with a BB gun, you don't continue in that direction. I bestow 1 kudo to the wet bandits for that dedication. Would you care to bestow your own kudo?
I have 1 contingent.
Oh, okay.
I'd like
a qualified kudo.
I'd like to give you a kudo if you can remind me of when we were talking about Kevin's green pants here, because I know it was the last few episodes, but I don't recall the context.
I believe we talked about his green pants because at some point I suggested the Home Alones wear all white for a show, Andrew WK style. And then you said that you had thought about getting us green pants to match the pants he's wearing here.
I was hoping it would be more interesting than something I said.
I did just buy a pair of white pants for an upcoming show. So the balls in your hands court.
That does change things.
I've got the white pants, do you?
Well, based on the 9 bongs, I suppose it's time that I shifted from partying light to partying hard.
9 bongs? Is this a Cypress Hill show?
Or are you just happy to see me?
My wife did bring up the very good point that I did not consider, that if I'm wearing white pants to perform in a show, I probably need white underwear also.
I don't know. I kind of like the no-show thong approach.
Fair enough.
But, ask your stylist.
Get my money's worth out of that retainer I've been paying. I think you should keep wearing t-shirts with cartoon characters on them. Yeah? Yeah, sure. Okay. Did you send the check? Yep. $400 every month.
Jeans again.
It ain't broke. Can we talk about the delivery of "This is it, don't get scared now"?
Well, we know who he's talking to.
Sort of.
He's talking to the army of other 8-year-olds that he had invited over for this dinner party that were on the other side of the camera that we didn't see at 9:00. And he had let them know all of the potential dangers, but also that he was going to compensate them fairly. And at this point, he's hyping them up. The problem is they did, in fact, get scared now.
And they bolted out the door, so he's on his own. It does imply he's talking to himself. He's steeling himself for this moment. But he says it with such machismo that it doesn't sound like he even needs to tell himself that message. Does that make sense? He's cocking the gun. He looks so tough. It's that low-angle shot. He's not saying the words that he needs to hear. He's saying it as if he is addressing someone who is more scared than he is.
I think it's fake it till you make it. As a person who confidently talks about things I have no idea about often.
Yeah, we have a podcast.
I think it's just deciding you are confident.
I don't know if I have that quality.
So you're thinking if you're in that position, you aren't able to get into that headspace until you've said that to yourself. Whereas he has probably done some mental frame shifting beforehand.
I would say the same exact words. "This is it. Don't get scared now." But I would say them as someone who is actively scared at the moment.
Sort of like olive oil from Popeye.
Yeah, this is like a Shaggy from Scooby-Doo kind of situation. Speaking of bongs.
Yeah, I think it's a facade that he's putting on for both his and their benefit.
Okay.
I just think he's put it on before he says the actual...
Yeah, what's interesting is that he's saying words that it sounds like he needs to tell himself, but he's already actualized. We don't get a lick of fear out of Kevin through this whole sequence until a little later on, probably when Marv's got him by the leg.
And maybe that's reasonable, right? Like going into this, he's like, okay, booby traps, just in case. I'm going to shoot them. They'll probably leave. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
So his confidence is not entirely unreasonable. So if he faked it or not, we actually shouldn't be that surprised that he's in the zone on this one, thinking that it's a low lift relatively.
Mm-hmm.
He'll eventually be finding out over the coming minutes that it's not.
And he has thwarted the Wet Bandits twice already. He's thrown a fake party that sends them away, and he hides in a manger, eluding their surveillance.
So whether real or manifested, this confidence is somewhat earned.
Yeah, I think so. So the Wet Bandits traipse through the backyard and end up at the door. Do you notice that they don't even try the doorknob? They start with the knock.
I do notice that, but I don't know what significance to place on it.
Well, I mean, I guess they did say in the previous minute that, like, maybe he'll let us in. So they're playing that. But to me, like, even when you get to the back door, it's like, yeah, just try to walk in and see what happens. They're burglars after all. But I do like this exchange between Harry and Marv because they're so they're having such a fun time with it for the moment.
One of my highlights of the minute and probably the surrounding 10 or 15.
Absolutely.
The excited eye bulging
He's
of Joe Pesci.
So excited to be considered an elf.
It's a face that looks so real in its surprise and delight.
Yeah, it's top 10 moment for me. It's so good. And this is also where Harry reveals to Kevin that they know that he's all alone. So all of the pretense between the relationship has been lifted away, and everybody's on the same page. They know that Kevin is alone. He knows that they know he's alone. Everybody knows that it's these two guys versus Kevin. And like, you can't play any more tricks on us. The jig is up, and they think they've won.
Which might be part of this not trying to go in the door thing, is it's like a power move of sorts.
Yeah, this is
like, we're not going to try and break in because we don't even need to. He will let us in.
Right. This is the cop saying, like, come out with your hands up. We've got the house surrounded. Like, there's no way out of this. Just go ahead and give in to our demands here.
Yeah, because if you push through the back door in the event that it's unlocked, you don't really know what you're going into. You don't know anything. Whereas if he lets you in or he comes out, either way, you can be sure that you have everything under control.
Yeah. The jokey exchange about Santa Claus and his elf represents that classic underestimating a child. You know, he's 8 years old. He's not 5. So they're not giving him enough credit there.
Right. The idea that they underestimated Kevin might be revealed even later in this minute, but them underestimating any 8-year-old has already happened.
Yeah. Well, and they're also dealing with an 8-year-old who's gone through this journey from helpless, I can't pack my suitcase, to, cocking the shotgun and about to literally shoot away some bandits from his home and protect it. So it's thematically helpful for these guys to show up and go like, oh yeah, you're just a little kid, right? Oh yeah, this is Santa Claus. We got toys for you. That's exactly what doesn't work on a kid like Kevin at this point.
He moves right past it.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't even respond. In some sense, he's physically responding here, yes. But he doesn't even want to dignify that with a verbal response.
Right, yeah. Which is interesting because he's such a smarty pants with a quip at other points. But here, silence is his asset because he's getting that gun barrel through the doggy door. Do you think he's aiming for a penis?
I think so, yes.
Because he's not really like looking, but he's pointing it as best he can in a direction that he thinks will hit one of them.
He's looking through the door, if you get my meaning. Like, he's seeing where this is going on the other side as best he can from the angle that he's got. Because it shows that he's not like looking through this doggy door, like he's eyeballing it.
Jerod, in preparation for our discussion on this minute, I shot you point blank in the crotch with a BB gun. Tell everyone how it felt.
It felt worse than not, but it felt better than those series of church minutes we had.
The pain ended faster?
Yes.
Okay. Were you able to extract the BB, or is it still up there?
I like to think of it as part of my story now.